Manchester United returning to the scene of their most humiliating experience of the season, that 4-1 defeat by Queen's Park Rangers on New Year's Day. It wasn't as convincing a performance as they turned in against Leeds on Wednesday, but goal of the day contender A was sufficient. Andrei Kanchelskis making the most of Steve Bruce's perceptive through ball. A humiliating start for Liverpool, Nick Tanner presenting Luton with only their 5th away goal of the season. Total breakdown in communications between Tanner and Grobbelaar, who then reverted to sign language. Luton were only 5 minutes away from their first away win when Liverpool's pressure finally paid off. A little bit scrappy, Steve McManaman popping it over the line. Now there's no one better than playing to the final whistle than Liverpool. It's the old Shankly philosophy. Hit 'em where it hurts, when it hurts, and there's no better time than the 90th minute. Dean Saunders attacking John Barnes' delicate touch into the near post. Another scrappy one, but Mark Bright won't be complaining. He hadn't scored for 18 games, 10 of those in the First Division. Mark had been stuck on 99 league goals for all that time. That was his century. But Manchester City are formidable journeymen. Only 1 defeat now in 9 away games. Poor old Eric Young adjudged to have impeded Niall Quinn. It led to Keith Curle's penalty with just over 10 minutes remaining. Now Palace haven't scored more than once in a game in 9 attempts. So that was that, really. Nothing to get too excited about at Highbury. Arsenal hoping to recover some pride following last week's cup defeat by Wrexham. They've only scored once in their last 4 league outings. Les Seeley denying Alan Smith in a game of very few chances. Clive Allen looked $1 million against Spurs. Makes you wonder why he cost a lot less. Goal of the day contender B against the club he scored 49 goals for in 86-87. Allen's critics say he doesn't pull his weight outside the penalty area. He certainly did there, enabling Dennis Wise to finish Spurs off. A happy return to Carrow Road for Joe Royle, although his Oldham side conceded an untidy goal for Norwich to go in front. Darren Beckford's 8th of the season. Now, from Norwich's point of view, Oldham's equaliser was even scrappier. The sort of lacklustre defending that cost them a place in the Rumbelows League Cup semi-finals against Spurs on Wednesday. Rick Holden's header during first half injury time. Well, Norwich have now lost 5 of their last 7 games, but they're a Jekyll and Hyde team who should bounce back once they've sorted out their defensive frailties. Paul Bernard's 3rd in 4 games, Oldham's first away win in 6 weeks. Forest in front after 3 minutes. Lee Glover setting up Kingsley Black for a real screamer that appeared to go right through Steve Cherry. But having lost 4-0 at Meadow Lane back in August, County would no doubt have settled for a point beforehand. Richard Dryden, his first for the club, the equaliser in front of a crowd of over 30,000. Don Howe's first game as Coventry's manager got off to a great start. Kevin Gallagher latching on to Peter Billings' long ball and scoring very tidily indeed. Gallagher's 9th of the season, coming after 9 minutes. Their second from Robert Rosario against the club who sacked Don Howe because of his veteran status. Don must have been enjoying himself at this stage. With less than 10 minutes to go, Gary Penrice on for Roy Wegerle, and goal of the day contender C, and a touch of the Wegerleys about it too. It was an inspired substitution by Jerry Francis because it was Penrice who came up with the late equaliser. 8 without defeat in the league for the conquerors of Manchester United on New Year's Day. Southampton, having won twice in cup competitions during the past week, went in front through Matt Le Tissier, his 3rd successive scoring game. But in the league, well, it's a different ball game. Jason Dodd making a hash of things, and it ended up with Mitch Ward equalising for Sheffield United. Now, goal of the day contender D, a Brazilian bender was Dave Bassett's after-match description. Michael Lake. Newly nicknamed Zico. But credit to Southampton, they hit back within a minute. Richard Hall from Le Tissier's smartly taken free kick. Now Hall had something to do with the next goal. Unfortunately for him, it was a Dodd-like indiscretion after a muscular run by Brian Deane. Brian Marwood's first of the season. Marwood, chairman of the PFA, and contemplating strike action before laying the ball back for Zico. Michael Lake second, following a deflection, leaving Southampton rock bottom. Treble times at Upton Park, where Wimbledon have always won in the past. 3 league visits, maximum points each time. Good move this. Warren Barton to Lawrie Sanchez, their Wembley hero in '88. His first goal of the season, his first league appearance of the season. But with a minute to go, West Ham ended their losing sequence by getting a penalty. Not for that, not for that, but for that. Barton on Bishop. Julian Dick's penalty was saved by Sagers, but Trevor Morley was following up. However, it didn't prevent after-match protests concerning West Ham's plight in the bottom 3. Well, there's the shortlist. Andre